In the dim glow of ancient skies, when the mysteries of the universe were unveiled through careful observation and philosophical inquiry, an intricate science emerged that bridged the gap between the cosmos and human destiny. Vedic astrology, the esteemed Jyotish, science of light, is a system that marries empirical observation with deep spiritual insight. Its origins are steeped in antiquity, and as I traverse the annals of history, the ancient sages come to life in a narrative that is as rigorously technical as it is poetically evocative. In the realm of Jyotish, celestial bodies are not mere ornaments in the night sky. They are dynamic participants in the unfolding drama of human existence, influencing karma and shaping destiny by the immutable laws of cosmic order. Expert practitioners recognize Jyotish as a sophisticated synthesis of astronomy, philosophy, and ritual practice, wherein every planetary motion and every phase of the moon is imbued with layers of symbolic meaning. The integration of empirical celestial mechanics with metaphysical elements creates a dual framework that is both predictable and profoundly mysterious, an interplay that challenges the modern skeptic as much as it fascinates the initiated scholar. Here, in this narrative, I shall explore the technicalities embedded within planetary cycles, the significance of cosmic timing, and the rich tapestry of symbolic constructs that define Jyotish. Every equation in astronomical calculation finds its counterpart in spiritual symbolism, and every calculated transit serves as a roadmap for karmic evolution. By situating these ancient practices within the framework of advanced analytical thinking, I aspire to reveal not just historical interest, but also a continuing relevance for experts well-versed in celestial mechanics and the mathematics of time. As the narrative unfolds, one appreciates that the detailed structure of Jyotish is not arbitrary. Rather, it emerges from centuries of precise observation, calculation, and philosophical debate, inviting advanced practitioners to a realm where science and spirituality converge in their purest form. The disciplined study of Jyotish begins with its rich historical roots, a journey that starts with the venerable Rigveda, a text composed between 1500 and 1200 BCE. This corpus, replete with hymns that oscillate between ritualistic fervor and cosmic curiosity, hints at the initial stages of celestial observation. It is in these early verses that one finds the embryonic seeds of what would later evolve into a comprehensive system of predictive astronomy and spiritual interpretation. The early practitioners, driven by the exigencies of ritual and sacrifice, meticulously recorded the cycles of the sun, moon, and stars as natural markers for auspicious timings, thereby laying the observational groundwork for future theoretical and mathematical advancements. As centuries passed, the interplay between empirical observation and ritualistic application matured into a system that is both mathematically rigorous and spiritually profound. Vedic scholars, motivated by an insatiable desire to decipher the cosmic order, developed sophisticated methods for charting planetary movements that coincide with human life events. The transformation from triggering sacrifices to aligning life's actions with celestial rhythms was gradual yet deliberate. The transition is well documented in later texts, where comparisons are made to Hellenistic astrology, though Jyotish distinctly remains oriented towards karmic consequences and spiritual evolution. Detailed commentaries on the observations recorded in the Rigveda and subsequent texts present a layered understanding that appeals to experts examining the interplay between metaphysics and mathematics. The narrative of Jyotish is not one of static tradition, but of a dynamic discourse continually refined by generations of scholars and astronomers. These sages applied critical analysis akin to modern scientific methods, translating observed astronomical phenomena into a codified system. Their work is underscored by a rigorous mathematical underpinning that ensures accuracy even in modern recalculations. Thus, the transformation from ritualistic beginnings to a living tradition mirrors an evolutionary process that preserves ancient wisdom while embracing technical sophistication, a journey that underlines Jyotish's perpetual relevance for those who seek to understand the mechanics of fate and the esoteric dimensions of the cosmos. The intellectual architecture of Jyotish is profoundly enriched by the division of the lunar path into nakshatras, an innovative system that segments the ecliptic into 27 and occasionally 28 lunar mansions. This segmentation is not merely a calendrical convenience, but a highly intricate framework that assigns distinct deities, symbolic attributes, and spiritual significances to each section. When the moon, the regulator of emotive energies and inner consciousness, travels through these mansions, its position is believed to encapsulate deep insights about an individual's inherent personality, emotional predispositions, and latent karmic influences. Within an advanced analytical context, each nakshatra functions as a discrete unit of symbolic logic. The alignment of the moon in a specific nakshatra at one's birth is more than a mere astrological notation. It represents an algorithmic imprint that correlates with broader cosmic cycles governing human evolution. Detailed exegesis on each nakshatra reveals a series of facts and figures, from orbital periods adjusted to ensure astronomical accuracy, to mythological narratives that codify the psychological nuances each segment embodies. The methodology behind such divisions is mathematically precise, with rigorous observations ensuring that the moon's ingress and egress into these mansions correspond, with predictable temporal intervals, thereby establishing a celestial calendar that remains robust across millennia. For those versed in advanced astronomical calculations, it is noteworthy that the nakshatra system is inherently dynamic. Unlike the static zodiacal signs prevalent in Western astrology, the lunar mansions shift and evolve with the moon's cyclical journey around the Earth. This inherent dynamism introduces a layer of temporal complexity that challenges even the most robust modern algorithms, thereby inviting experts to continually refine computational models that predict lunar motion with both precision and elegance. Thus, the narrative of the nakshatras is not confined to spiritual symbolism alone. It stands as a testament to a centuries-old method that intertwines rigorous statistical analysis with profound metaphysical insight. In this exploration, the nakshatras emerge as bridges between the physical motions of celestial bodies and the invisible tapestry of the human psyche, orchestrating an interplay that is as informative for the modern scientist as it is mystical for the dedicated practitioner. Embedded deeply within the framework of Vedic astrology is the concept of the grahas, the planetary deities whose movements dictate the flow of karmic energy across the lifespan. In this refined narrative, the 9 grahas, the luminaries of cosmic influence such as the Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, and the shadow planets Rahu and Ketu, are not merely physical entities but dynamic agents that function as the architects of destiny. The scientific rigor applied in their study involves intricate calculations of their orbital parameters, retrograde motions, and angular relationships, aspects that underscore both the physical and metaphysical dimensions of their influence. A detailed analysis reveals that each graha is imbued with unique qualities that dynamically modulate human experience. Advanced practitioners scrutinize the relative positions and aspects of these planetary bodies using sophisticated astronomical data, merging observational efficacies with symbolic correlations. For instance, the retrograde motion observed in Saturn is not an incidental phenomenon, but a phenomenon that demands calculation and interpretation, offering insights into periods marked by intense discipline, karmic lessons, and transformative life events. The scientific precision in computing these planetary positions resonates with modern ephemeris data, lending a sense of credibility to the long-established framework of Jyotish. In the technical evaluation of the grahas, it becomes evident that the system is not static. Instead, it adapts and evolves, incorporating verified mathematical principles to predict life events. The practical application is seen in the synthesis of planetary influences with individual horoscopes, where the position of each graha is calculated using established astronomical algorithms. This integration of quantitative data with spiritual principles exemplifies a hybrid methodology that is distinct from conventional Western astrology, which often emphasizes probabilistic forecasts of external events. Here, the focus remains on the inner transformation, an evolution that is quantitatively measurable in terms of transit durations, angular separations, and the intrinsic symbolism of planetary hierarchies. The narrative thus encapsulates a consultation of both empirical data and spiritual paradigms, offering an intellectually rigorous approach that appeals profoundly to experts accustomed to dissecting complex astronomical phenomena and their corresponding metaphysical interpretations. Crucial to Vedic astrology is the intricate system of dashas, which partitions an individual's life into distinct periods, each governed by a specific planetary energy. The scientific framework underlying these dashas is based on a sophisticated algorithm that correlates planetary cycles with the temporal unfolding of human experience. In this narrative, I describe how the calculation of dashas is rooted in precise astronomical observations, which not only predict favorable periods, but also forecast challenges, thereby formulating a timeline for karmic evolution. Observing the statistical regularities in these cycles, experts have derived formulas and models that stand up to rigorous testing and empirical validation. In tandem with dashas is the practice of muhurta, the judicious selection of auspicious timings for critical activities. The parameters for determining an optimal muhurta are calculated with formidable precision, integrating the positions of the moon, the alignment of the grahas, and a detailed examination of the nakshatras. This methodical approach enables practitioners to choose moments that are in harmonious synchrony with the cosmic clock, thereby ensuring that decisions, ceremonies, or ventures are timed to maximize their productive potential and spiritual efficacy. The synthesis of these predictive techniques illustrates a dual commitment, one to the mathematical precision of celestial mechanics, and another to the metaphysical imperatives of karma and dharma. The technical discourse surrounding dashas involves the meticulous plotting of planetary transits against an individual's birth chart, a process which requires not only advanced computational tools, but also an esoteric understanding of the symbolic interplay between time and destiny. Historical models, refined over centuries of observation, continue to provide a robust methodology that supports both the precise prediction of events and the assessment of their karmic significance. In this exploration, time itself is transformed into a measurable entity, whereby each planetary period and its corresponding transit serve as quantifiable indicators of phases in the existential journey. This alignment of measured cosmic rhythms with the unfolding of life's narrative is a profound demonstration of how ancient astronomical techniques remain at the forefront of modern analytical thought, offering insights that are as empirically verifiable as they are spiritually resonant. At the heart of Jyotish lies a remarkable confluence of mathematics and astronomy, a union that elevates the practice from simple divination to an exact science imbued with intuitive symbolism. The ancient Indian astronomers, whose work continues to be celebrated for its precision, devised complex algorithms grounded in geometric and arithmetic principles to predict planetary positions, lunar phases, and eclipses. The reliability of these calculations, as preserved in canonical texts such as the Brihat Parashara Shastra, confirms that the system was built on a foundation of rigorous empirical inquiry. Every calculated transit or conjunction is a demonstration of the inherent order governing the cosmos and, by extension, the human condition. Modern scholars, when examining the underlying computations of Jyotish, often marvel at the parallels between these ancient methodologies and contemporary astronomical models. The periodicities documented in Jyotish are not arbitrary. They adhere to mathematical constants and cosmic rhythms that can be observed and validated through both historical records and modern ephemerides. In this narrative, I reveal the intricacies of these calculations, emphasizing the meticulous care with which every eclipse, every retrograde movement, and every conjunction is charted. This synthesis of numbers and stars underlines a profound harmony between empirical data and metaphysical symbolism, a duality that continues to inspire deeper inquiry into the nature of time and destiny. The mathematical precision demonstrated in Jyotish thus becomes a testament to an ancient legacy of scientific inquiry that not only measured the heavens, but also sought to understand the human soul's journey towards liberation. In the final analysis, the expansive framework of Jyotish emerges as a cosmic blueprint that guides both mundane existence and the quest for ultimate liberation. The narrative that began with ancient rituals and celestial observations has now unfolded into an integrated system that harmonizes empirical astronomy, rigorous mathematics, and profound spirituality. This holistic model not only provides predictive insights into the timing of significant life events, but also offers a deeper understanding of the karmic patterns that govern individual lives. The convergence of methodologies, ranging from the algorithmic precision of planetary calculations to the nuanced interpretations of lunar mansions, illustrates a comprehensive discipline that has withstood the test of time. For the expert practitioner, Jyotish serves as both a practical tool and an intellectual paradigm. Its methodologies are embedded with a level of detail that allows for exhaustive analysis, while its symbolic language speaks to the intricate interplay between observed phenomena and metaphysical truths. The interplay of dashas and muhurta, for instance, offers a dual perspective that aligns measurable time cycles with the subjective experience of progression and transformation. This alignment invites scholars to consider that every calculation has a corresponding spiritual significance, and every well-timed action is a conscious attunement to the cosmos. As I conclude this exploration, it becomes evident that Jyotish is not simply an antiquated relic of ritualistic practice, but rather a living tradition, continuously refined by empirical observation and intellectual rigor. It encapsulates a framework where the observable motions of the celestial bodies mirror the hidden movements of the soul, a continuous dance that leads each individual toward greater clarity, deeper wisdom, and ultimately liberation. This cosmic map, etched in the language of numbers and stars, remains an essential guide for those who endeavor to integrate the quantifiable with the ineffable, the scientific with the spiritual. From the Rigveda to a living tradition, the disciplined study of Jyotish begins with its rich historical roots, a journey that starts with the venerable Rigveda.